you guys. Thanks for clicking on this video to learn more about my latest project. In my opinion, there's one thing that absolutely everyone needs in their wardrobe, and that is a plain white tee. And recently I set out to make the perfect one for me. I'm happy to say that this one from Love Notions and Stylemaker Fabrics fits the bill in nearly every single way. So let's break it all down. The pattern is the Love Notions Classic Tee. The website describes it as a semi-relaxed tee with just the right amount of ease where you need it. Choose from 3 neckline options: crew, scoop, and v-neck. Also included are 4 sleeve lengths: short, elbow, 3/4, and long. And as with all or nearly all Love Notions patterns, there's a separate pattern piece for those who have a full bust. But did you catch all those options? 3 necklines and 4 sleeve lengths? I mean, what more could you need from a t-shirt pattern? The website shows that the pattern is 50% off right now, but that sale has been going on for as long as I can remember. So 12 different shirt designs for $5. What a deal. For sizing, I used my fast fit system to help me wrap my head around the ease that's built into the pattern already. If I were going off the body measurement chart alone, I would have made a large in the bust and graded out to a 2X in the hips. But after calculating the design and wearing ease, I was able to determine that there was quite a bit of ease in the waist and that the length of the top didn't quite reach my full hip, which I would have wanted anyways. So I redid the fast fit worksheet, sizing down at the waist and using my high hip for my hip measurement instead of my full hip, and I am super happy with how it turned out. It's definitely more on the fitted side, but that's how I like my t-shirts: close fitting but comfortable. When it comes to fitted tees, cutting the right size is important, but just as important is the fabric you're using. Knit fabrics can come in a variety of weights and with varying amounts of stretch too. Even within the jersey category, each fabric can be so different from the next. So when I went shopping for my tee fabric, I paid a lot of attention to fabric content. And anytime I need to do a deep dive and nerd out over fabric, I head over to Stylemaker Fabrics. Not only do they have a great selection, but they'll take their time and answer all my super picky questions as I'm overthinking what I want. So for this tee, I knew I wanted a cotton jersey. I've used their mid-weight jersey before, which is great, but it's a little heavy for a summer tee. I also knew that I absolutely did not want a full 100% rayon jersey. I just don't love the drape and they kind of feel clingy to me. So armed with those 2 bits of information, I emailed Stylemaker Fabrics and asked them what they would suggest. Michelle, the owner, wrote back to me to tell me that this cotton modal blend would be perfect because even though it's a cotton rayon blend, there's more cotton than rayon. So it's still relatively stable, but is a little bit lighter weight with the rayon blended in. Then there was the task of picking colors. This fabric comes in 19 different colors. 19! How was I to choose? I knew I wanted white, but I wanted to grab some others to help fill out my t-shirt selection and also help offset the cost of shipping a little bit. I ended up grabbing orchid and also rose, and I'm super excited to make those up next. I know this fabric is a little bit pricey. It gave me a little bit of a pause as well, but even though the pattern calls for 1 1/8 of a yard of fabric, I knew I could squeeze it out of just 1 yard because the fabric is actually 62 inches wide, a good 5 to 7 inches wider than most knits. And I was right. I easily got the 4 pattern pieces cut on the single yard of fabric without having to do anything super tricky. That said, though, I can only make the short sleeve version. I don't have a single inch of fabric left to make a longer sleeve. So there you have it, all the 411 on my new classic tee. I know that there are a ton of t-shirt patterns out there, and I've even made a few of them, but this one, combined with the literal perfect fabric, will go down as my favorite to date. And a bonus heads up to those of you that are in and around the Raleigh, North Carolina area, or are willing and able to travel, if you want to make the classic tee but are a little bit intimidated, come take my Serger Basics class at the Original Sewing and Quilt Expo on August the 6th. I will walk you through finding your size, making basic alterations, cutting the fabric, and sewing the entire thing on a serger. Be sure to check out the description box for links to all the products I mentioned in this video, as well as a link to get your tickets to the show in Raleigh. But that is going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Bye.